Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's pour. Tonight's pour we're going to do, look at that, 56 Ford panel wagon, I guess. Nice looking. I like the black flames on it. So what we're doing, I don't know, I just started. So this part of it is already gone. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing, but I'm just going with something different, something wild, who knows. So I decided to go with a black background, and I was going to go with just a straight black background with some red going through it, kind of a simple one. Well, then I kind of like the white streaks in with the black and then the red going through all that. So then I had a canvas that I have had sitting here for a while that I didn't finish up with anything, and it had red and blue kind of from corner to corner on black. So I decided just to cover it up. So then I mixed the black paint, and then all of a sudden I just took the my bottle of white paint and just squirted a bunch into the black. And then I just started pouring without filming it. So I've already started part of it. So this is what we're going to do. I am going to add a little bit more because you'll see it when I turn the camera down onto the canvas itself. I didn't cover the corners on both this side because they're already black, but I got a raised, so I got some black paint mixed up here that I can squirt on there, and then I'm going to kind of blow it out with a straw, see if I can get it leveled out a little bit more. Plus I think this is dusty on that side. So let's get started. Well, I've already started. Let's get restarted, or still starting, or continuing, whatever you want to call it. Just whatever you want to call it. All right, so as you can see, I went corner to corner. There's still a little bit right here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a little bit right there in the corner that's got that kind of red and blue in there. So we're gonna, I think I'll use this black in here, kind of cover that up a little bit. There we go. Maybe I'm gonna get some black out here. I think this corner needs it too. There we go. So we're going to put a little bit more of this black here. We're just going to cover that up a little bit. Just kind of spread that out over there. And then we're going to take this and just kind of cover that up a little bit. We'll clean off our palette knife, just to make sure we get it clean. So then I think I'm not going to use the blow dryer on this one. I'm just going to blow it out. sugar. So then we'll have our car right there. Nice. Come on. Just a little bit more red in there. Oh yeah, I like that pattern. Now the reason I did that is I saw this right here. So when I hit the burst of air through the straw, it shot some, made this, and I like that. I just like that pattern. So that's why I added a little bit more here to kind of try to blow it and get that same thing. So I got a couple pieces of red spots there, and I've got this little line here. Hopefully that'll stay like that. So I like that pattern. It's just kind of different. So that's what I was going for. What did I want that I wanted to go for? So I like it. I like it a lot. So this is definitely kind of a little different from what I usually do, but that's fine because sometimes you feel like, even though I still enjoy doing these car paintings, I sometimes feel like I just same old every time. So it's kind of nice to just kind of mix things up a little bit. So we'll wait and see how this looks when it dries. And I think we'll have a really good piece, really interesting piece too. And if this red car does not look that good on it, maybe we'll do a Starsky and Hutch. Whew. Or even a Stingray, 72 Stingray convertible. Ooh. I don't know. We'll see how it looks. The only reason I was this one, we might still go with that one. I might change my mind though. I guess you'll have to watch the rest of the video to see which one I take. All right, as you can see, it has dried, turned out pretty good. I do like the little red streaks right there, and I think we have some here. It's very light. But so this is a 10 by 20 canvas. We've got it taped on the back. I decided to go ahead and keep the car I was originally going to use for it. So we have 7 ounces of Promise epoxy, 3.5 the hardener, 3.5 of the epoxy. So we can get this. I mixed it for a couple minutes. I think it's been a long time since I've read the instructions, but I think it was like 3 minutes. I had one, when I first started using resin, it was just like a tabletop type epoxy, just to put on like a tabletop or something. And it was like 6 minutes or even longer. Sorry, I cleaned out that cup, which I have a video on my channel that you can look up how to clean your resin cup so that it's not like a one and done or a few done and then you're gotta throw away the cup. I reuse them. So I actually clean this cup out. So every once in a while you get a piece of dried resin in there that you don't, maybe a thin layer, which that one was. And it, mostly from the side, the inside, like, well, not the, of course it's on the inside, but inside on the side, like in here. So it breaks off and doesn't stay because it's thin. I don't let it build up too much because then it's harder to get out from the bottom. It usually is thicker on the bottom because that's where all the resin pools once you set the cup down. So yeah. So I cleaned it out and there was some of that broke off and it gets left in the cup. It's hard to see. So that's one thing about spreading this resin out with your hand in a rubber glove is you can feel any solid object in there, which is what I did when I first put my hand down there. It was like, oh yeah, a little piece of plastic in there. So I dug that out and just so it's not in there because it will harden around it. It's one of the worst things. It's not the worst thing, but one of the worst things that can happen when you're resining a piece and you leave it overnight is if a bug or something is in the room and it happens to land in your resin, it will dry and pretty much you got a bug in your painting permanently unless you can dig it out. Then you hit a hole. Believe me, I've done that before. When I resin my wife talked me into resining our countertops. We have a desk area, and so I actually painted it first with my fluid acrylic style, mostly blues and whites, and then we resined over the top of it. And I didn't notice it at the time, but I've seen it since going over it. There was a gnat that landed in it, and its wings are straight out. And it's underneath the. It's not right on the top, it's underneath, so it's permanent. It's like a fossilized gnat in our desk. So if you think leaving a bubble here and there looks bad, wait till you have an object that's not even supposed to be in there. And I've resined some of those into the pieces. I have some pieces that I probably sold that had it in it. But anyway. So. Still some bubbles in there. Ooh. I'm getting there, but there's still some in there. Enough out of there. And right there she goes. There you go. Hit the like button if you like this one. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. You think I picked the right car? I know this red is a lighter, brighter red than this, but that's fine. So let me know what you think. Leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.